Welcome to Let's Go Racing. Dani Gibson here with Dick Jerardi, and on today's show we talk with Jeff Maddie and Danielle Montgomery on our upcoming annual Turning for Home golf outing. We're going to recap some local racing. We also talk with Terry Finley from West Point Thoroughbreds. We take a look at some huge races from last week at Oaklawn and Gulfstream Park. We're going to talk the final points races as we get closer to the Derby and the Oaks. And we're going to learn all about retired racehorses and golfing for them. Good stuff on our show today, but breaking news, Let's Go Racing is officially back on NBC Sports starting Kentucky Derby Saturday.
Yeah, NBC Sports Philly, our home for many years. We've been off for a couple of months. Obviously, you can catch us on letsgoracingparks.com. But yeah, we'll be back on Derby Day live at our normal time, 10 a.m. Saturday morning. So check us out.
Well, you guys have all been asking for it, and we are back on. And we're going to get the whole team back together for PA Derby Day.
Yes, we are. September the 20th, we will be on NBC Sports Philly for 2.5 hours, Danny, 4:30 to 7 on PA Derby Day, the PA Derby, the Cotillion, the run-up races. We'll have it all for you. 2.5 hours. It's the longest show we've done. We've been doing the show for over a decade. It's a labor of love. Can't wait for PA Derby Day.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get lots of cool stars here and see our local horses take the stage. Well, let's get to our local racing. We're going to take a look at Monday's 9th race. This was Parx picks, and our favorite is Pachelbel for Esteban Padilla.
6-5, coming off a distant second when 8-5, but on the best day, this is certainly the mare to beat.
Second choice, first off the claim is Valiant Majesty.
Yeah, that was my pick in here, coming off a couple of big buyer speed figures, 71 claimed from a good stable to a good stable.
Here it is, Monday's 9th.
Ringer Card has a narrow lead. To her outside, Leftover Sushi in the yellow blinkers presses the issue. Coco's Vivian, she's a clear third. Undici in between horses, E.T.'s Moon Maiden. As they continue on down the backstretch, less than a half mile to go. 22 flat the opening quarter. Ringer Card pressure from Leftover Sushi. Coco's Vivian, she's in third. Undici, E.T.'s Moon Maiden lost some ground back into fifth. Valiant Majesty sixth, and gaining minutes Pachelbel, followed by Missy 66. Been real busy, she is at the back. Leftover Sushi sticks her nose in front. Ringer Card tries to counter. Valiant Majesty with that massive stride. She's unleashed on the outside. E.T.'s Moon Maiden's making her rally. Undici in very tight with nowhere to go. Four stacked across the track. Ringer Card, Leftover Sushi, E.T.'s Moon Maiden, Valiant Majesty. Pachelbel in gear on the outside. E.T.'s Moon Maiden now has the lead on the outside. Pachelbel, Valiant Majesty, they're trying to run her down. E.T.'s Moon Maiden, a 16th left. Pachelbel closing with every stride, but E.T.'s Moon Maiden, she is home free. Pachelbel second.
E.T.'s Moon Maiden gets the win. Paco Lopez and Scott Lake. And kind of funny, I heard them saying after the race, Scott said, Paco, I told you not to go away from the pony. Well, he didn't listen. He wants to get a good warm up. The pony had to come back and save him. She's a little strong, but gets the win here. Him and Rich Maloof teaming up for a good win.
Paco not listening to the trainer. I'm stunned by this. That was Paco's 100th race here at the track this year. 24 wins. Not bad for Paco. 24% here at Park.
Pretty good. We have him on Mondays and Tuesdays. Well, let's go to Tuesday's 8th race. Optional claiming $75,000. 3-year-olds going 6 furlongs. Our post-time favorite is Alchemism, Dave DeTolo.
Yeah, our man Dave DeTolo with the 6-5 favorite. We'll see if Alchemism can get it done.
Friday Surprise, Uriah St. Louis, second choice.
Always love it when Uriah's in the race, anytime.
Here it is, Tuesday's 8th.
Friday Surprise, he has the lead. Alchemism presses the issue. He's 3/4 of a length back in second. Son of Thor on the rail. Then it's Sir Charlie Brown in the pink. He's fourth, about 2 lengths off the leader. Colonel Bob to his inside. It's Ohio Joe and Jaden's Honor. He's the trailer. The opening quarter, 23 flat. They go into the far turn. And Friday Surprise, the maiden with the lead. Alchemism a little bit closer on the far outside. Sir Charlie Brown, he's in that third spot. Son of Thor, he's fourth, and a big gap back to Colonel Bob. Ohio Joe losing some ground. His stablemate, Jaden's Honor, has taken sixth. They go around the far turn and backing off of it. Friday Surprise, now it's between Alchemism on the outside, Sir Charlie Brown, all the while Son of Thor, he looms as well. Alchemism has the lead on the outside. Sir Charlie Brown continues to run on gamely. Son of Thor down the center of the track. Alchemism, Son of Thor gaining on him. Alchemism has the lead. There's a 16th left. Alchemism trying to fend off Son of Thor. These two battle it down to the wire. Alchemism, Son of Thor, photo for the win.
What a finish. Son of Thor, Paco Lopez getting up over Alchemism. That was my pick, and Mike Pino has been on quite the roll, but nice claim here for the Mike Pino barn, and they have just been on a roll.
Yeah, Paco, we just mentioned, is on a roll, but Mike Pino is on an historic rollout here. I mean, he's like closing on 50% winners in 2025. Look, Mike's won 2,000. He's no stranger to winning, but this has got to be the hottest streak of his career.
Well, it's funny. I talked to him after a few races. I said, quietly, this has got to be one of your best years. He's like, I've had some good years, but I'm having a lot of fun. His horses look great. They're running great. And he gets aggressive, puts them in where they're spotted well. This was a move up, but normally he drops them down.
Yep. Now he finds places to win.
Well, we're going to head to our first break. When we come back, we're going to talk with Jeff Maddie and Danielle Montgomery about our upcoming golf outing, how you can get involved. You don't want to miss it, plus national races.
The question a lot of people are asking themselves these days is, do I buy new or do I buy pre-owned? Here's what I'll tell you. New car inventories are still low and new car prices are still high. However, with the certified pre-owned Nissan at Chapman Nissan, we have a huge selection and you can save thousands over new. Plus a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, roadside assistance, 1-year prepaid maintenance, and so much more. And not for nothing. Can you really tell the difference? I can't.
It's happening again. Those missed tackles are starting to stack up. Your friends pleading with players who can't hear them, sweating it out week after week. But not you. Why? Because whether they score or not, there's always another way to win on the Parx app. New casino users score up to $1,000 bonus back in their first 24 hours.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Well, it is springtime, and that means it's time for our Turning for Home golf outing. It benefits our amazing retired horses here. And we talked with Danielle Montgomery and Jeff Maddie on this incredible day that we're so lucky to have. Here's more with them.
We're excited. We're going to tee off for horses this year. It's our 4th year. Thanks to Jeff Maddie. He came up with this idea 4 years ago, and we're aiming to raise about $40,000 for our horses this year. And it's great. You and Dick are going to be there kicking off the Derby season. We'll do that Derby preview, and it's just a great party at the end of a great day of golfing. And it's all about raising awareness for our horses. It's made possible by, Jeff and our board, and most importantly, our sponsors came out huge, big hearts, lots of support. And it just really helps us showcase what we do here and helps us find horses more homes because we're just getting that message out. So we're super excited. And like I said, there's still sponsorship opportunities. If you want to support and you can't golf, you can go to turningforhome.org and you can donate through Pledge. And but we want everybody to come out because it's a fun day.
It's a blast. It's going to be Thursday, May 1st. It's our 4th annual. Myself, Danielle Montgomery, our entire team, you, Bruce, DJ, everyone. It's a day we look forward to. Everyone has a blast, whether you're good, you're bad. Hopefully Mother Nature's on our side, but we cannot be more excited this year.
Talk about good golfers. Joe Bessiker landed one last year.
Bang! Bang! Woo! Bang! You bet, baby! Take that, Jeff Maddie.
He sank his 15-foot putt, so it shows that anyone can putt. I know Joe's going to take offense to that, but Joe's a good golfer, especially a putter. But we very much look forward to welcoming everyone out here. It's one of our biggest fundraisers for Turning for Home. Like we always say, every day here is Turning for Home Day, but especially our big events, Turning for Home Day, the golf outing. These things are what we look forward to. And again, we're just hoping for Mother Nature to be on our side this year.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And we have some news from the NTL, the National Thoroughbred League. We have a date.
Yep. We have a date. It's going to be Father's Day, so Sunday, June 15th. I hope all of our fans come out. Dr. J is going to be in attendance, NBA Hall of Famer, Sixers legend. Last year we had a few Eagles players, so we're going to see who's coming out from the Eagles. Hopefully the Flyers, the Sixers, the Phillies, get everyone to come out. It's a great opportunity for fans not only to see great thoroughbred action, but to see a lot of professional athletes.
It really is a fun day, so get involved. Even if you can't come out and golf, come to our dinner. We have tickets available, and you can even just be a sponsor, get your name in the program. It's just a fun day. You'll see jockeys, trainers, owners, anybody in the racing community all coming together.
And at that dinner, you and I will be talking about our Kentucky Derby picks, Danny.
We are, and we have some really strong opinions this year. Well, let's get to some more racing here at Parx. Tuesday's 9th race. Post-time favorite is one of my favorite horses on the track, Eloquist.
Yeah, you love Eloquist. He's been a cool horse for quite a long time. Doesn't seem to matter who has him, closing on career earnings of $400,000.
Point Doom, the well-bred horse, Jamie Ness with the first and second choice here.
Yeah, Jamie Ness having a rough year, only at 20% here at Parx. Jamie, what is the matter with you? Just kidding, Jamie. He was our leading trainer for the last 100 years. Solid, Point Doom.
Here it is.
Point Doom put some daylight over his rivals. Bernie's Mitts has that second spot. Then it's Classic Union. Depositions engaged early today. He's in third, in on the rail. Then back to Eloquist. He's fifth, followed by In Spades in the green blinkers. At the back, Duke of Gloucester. They are chasing Point Doom and Michael Sanchez as they head down the backstretch, 23-2 the opening quarter. And Point Doom with an uncontested lead, loping along on the front end. Bernie's Mitts, he's in second. Deposition third. Eloquist, he's up to fourth. Classic Union's dropped back to fifth. Duke of Gloucester's improved one spot. He has one horse speed, and that is In Spades, who's at the back. And Point Doom, his lead is dwindling. Bernie's Mitts and Deposition, they're both getting a little bit closer as they go into the far turn, the half, 46-3. Point Doom, company is coming. Bernie's Mitts has his sights set on the leader, now just a length off. Deposition under a drive, he's responding 2 lengths back in third. Duke of Gloucester, he's improved into fourth. Then it's Eloquist back into fifth. Classic Union at the back, nothing from In Spades yet today. Point Doom maintains that lead, though. They go around the far turn, and Point Doom has led from the jump. On the outside, Bernie's Mitts, Deposition running a big race to the inside. He's coming up the rail with some momentum. Point Doom has the lead, but Deposition charges to the inside. On the outside, Bernie's Mitts finding a little bit more. Point Doom, he's digging in. There's a 16th left. Deposition keeps on coming. These two now on even terms, taking it down to the wire, but Point Doom has a bit left.
Point Doom backing up that win with another powerful performance. And I talked to Michael walking back to the winner's circle. He said the horse kind of ran off with him in the beginning of the race, and he just had the speed to keep carrying himself. Deposition was closing nice with a Jari Williams.
He really was. Deposition, we remember him as a 3-year-old last year when Uriah had him at the Wood Memorial and the Gotham, and he ran incredibly in a number of those races. Unfortunately, he fell, remember, the Wood Memorial, and it took him a while to get him back in top form.
Yeah, it looks like he's sitting on a win. Well, it's time for our national races. We head to Arkansas for the Arkansas Derby. It's a grade 1, big purse to $1.5 million at Oaklawn Park. 3-year-olds going a mile and an eighth. Baffert ships in post-time favorite Cornucopian. Yeah, it was kind of amazing that he was the favorite off of one race. It was an incredible race at Oaklawn, 101 buyer. And I remember talking to Bob after the race. I texted him. I said, any chance for the Derby? He said, I don't know. He's kind of pushing it. Well, that's what he's trying for, obviously, trying to see if he can get some points, get in the Derby. And the horse that caught all of our hearts, Coal Battle, second choice for Lonnie Braley. Going for 5 wins in a row. And Danny, I was dazzled by this horse in the Rebel. I thought he ran tremendous. Here it is, the call of the Arkansas Derby.
They're going mad out there. Cornucopian wants to go, and John Velasquez is letting him run. Rafael Bejarano trying to give his horse a breather, but he's very keen too. And these two fly down the backstretch here. 45-1, that half-mile time. It's a testing first half-mile here for these top two. It would be incredible if either of them could keep this up. They're 7 lengths ahead. Coal Battle running in the third position. Brereton's Baytown tries to get closer, and now Coal Battle is given a cue to go, and he's taking third, and he's coming after the top pair, Coal Battle, as they round the far turn. It's Cornucopian Speed King coming back to the group. Here's Sandman threatening to run a big one, and Coal Battle, Speed King's done. Cornucopian, the dirt has turned into quicksand. He's done as they come to the top of the stretch here. Coal Battle, Sandman going at it, and Publisher trying to break his maiden in the Arkansas Derby. Coal Battle has lost the lead to Sandman. Publisher, the only threat to beat him. Sandman, he's green, drifting around here. It's Sandman in front by 2. Publisher is second, and Sandman, he's run his A race, and he gets a confidence booster.
And the big gray Sandman gets the win. Jose Ortiz, he just rode incredible, and the race really set up for him.
Perfectly. I mean, you saw the fractions. It was just crazy. And Speed King and Ron Moquett, they just said, we're going to the front. Well, of course, that messed up Cornucopian's race. And I thought Cornucopian ran tremendous under the circumstances. Wouldn't be surprised to see him here later in the year, maybe a PA Derby horse. Sandman finally got the right setup. He's run some really good races. This is a $1.2 million 2-year-old last year at OBS in March. And Terry Finley and West Point are one of the many owners in this group. And Terry, on this week's Gate to Wire, is our podcast guest. We gave you the week off. We talked to Terry. I also wrote about Terry. He's obviously a Bucks County guy, no stranger to big-time horses on Let'sGoRacingParx.com. Here is a snippet with Terry Finley. Would you like to see those same fractions you saw in Arkansas in Kentucky, Terry?
I would. And actually, I was just walking around, stall walking at Oaklawn, and I saw McQuett, who I've become friends with over the years. And first thing he said to me, he said, "I'm going. Trust me, I'll be on the lead." I said, "Go on with it, big boy."
Now you're on the way to the Kentucky Derby. You've been there before. You had Commanding Kerr finishing second, and then of course always dreaming. See you now to get the job done.
Yeah, it's exciting, and you know. You kind of, you want to act like you've been there before, right? That's what they tell us in sports and when you're growing up and you're playing athletics, like just act like you've been there before. It's a little different for the Derby because yes, we've been there before, but every year is a new puzzle and a new play. And so I just told my team, let's just do everything we can to cherish these. Cause look, you might not ever, I'm 61, so right, you might not ever go to the Derby with the first or second choice again. There's a good chance we won't. So I think we've learned, of course, the ways to do it, but we've also learned you got to enjoy the ride. And so the next month will be fun, and we'll all be holding our hearts on in our throat. We don't need any early morning calls from Mark Cassidy and all those other things, but we're in a good spot.
And on letsgoracingparks.com, Gate to Wire, you can pick up the entire conversation on our podcast with Terry Finley.
Lots of cool stuff and lots of excitement for him and West Point Thoroughbreds with Sandman one step closer to the Kentucky Derby. Well, let's go down to Gulfstream Park. It's the $1 million Grade 1 Florida Derby. 3-year-olds going the 1.8 distance. Sovereignty with the new rider.
Yeah, Sovereignty, new rider, Manny Franco, right shoulder blade injury for Junior Alvarado. Manny came in for the day at the ride. Sovereignty was so impressive, winning the Fountain of Youth.
And Tapan Street, second choice.
Yeah, this horse was very impressive, running second in the Holy Bull, and I watched his work since then. Brad Cox said we're going to take a lot of time. His works could not have been any more impressive.
Well, Luis Saez up. Here's the call of the Grade 1 Florida Derby.
Less than 6 furlongs to go. They're chasing Mike Smith and Mataket Road. They lead by a length over Neo Equos in second. Jorge Ruiz has hold of long shot indecisiveness. He's third at the inside. He's 3 better than the team of Tapan Street, who's racing together with Jimmy's Dailies. They're about 6 lengths off the speed. Smokin' Boy is next. Sovereignty's making steady progress here. He's in the blue colors, 5 lengths behind. He just went by Enter the Dragon and Smokin' Boy. Disruptor's in it amongst rivals, and now the trailer is Cool Intentions as they speed around the far turn. 3 furlongs remains in the Florida Derby, and the leader is Mataket Road by a head. Up on the outside, Neo Equos is second. Let go for a move now as Luis Saez on Tapan Street. He strides into third. On his back, it's the favorite Sovereignty, who warms to the task within 5 lengths of the lead. They move by 3/4 in 1:11 and 3. They're a 1/4 mile from home. It's still the sitting chilly Mike Smith on Mataket Road. Zayas all over Neo Equos, and Tapan Street swung to their center of the racetrack. They're 1/8 of a mile from home. Here comes Tapan Street, surging forward now to take the lead. Sovereignty runs at him from the outside with a 16th to go. If you're looking for a shortcut to Louisville, take a ride on Tapan Street. He wins the Florida Derby by a length and a half.
Tapan Street broke well, was always in range. Brad Cox with a nice horse here. Look, I've heard it both ways. Right. Tappan Street is a real street in Massachusetts. Right. Larry Colmus was letting us know. TVG had this discussion. Yep. Pete Ayala called it Tapan Street.
We'll go with the announcer.
We'll go
Pete,
with Tapan Street.
Obviously, Larry's an announcer too. We'll see what he does in the Derby, and that's where we'll see this horse next. Sovereignty, obviously a Derby horse as well. Certainly no disgrace. He ran a pretty good second. Yeah. We'll see both of them under 10-1 in the Derby, I would think.
Oof, really looking forward to seeing Sovereignty with some more ground to run at. We're going to take another break, but so much more when we come back. We have best of the rest, more races, and Eye on Racing.
This is Parx.
This is how you roll. This is how it goes. This is how you pop, this is how you rock. Take a chance, do a dance, little romance. This is how you. This is how you win. This is how you excite. This is how you all night. 360 hit me. Now we're going all in. I can feel it calling. The crowd, the light, the night, the sights, the vibe is right. This is how you. This is
Parx, Pennsylvania's #1 casino experience. This is how you win.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided for over 4,000 former racehorses with a safe retirement.
These brave warriors do so much for the fans, and we want to make sure they're taken care of.
Just a group effort by all the owners and the trainers, and we've helped So many horses.
Responding to the need of a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retirement of the equine population at Parx Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
It's awesome. I mean, these are the things that we deal with every day that put us into the game and make the game great. Without the horses, we have nothing.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
Aftercare, it takes all of us, and every single person is responsible for it. These horses give us everything on the track. It's up to us to give them everything off the track.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Now it's time for this week's Jockey of the Week, brought to you by NovaCare. Congratulations to apprentice Melvis Gonzalez. He rolled multiple winners with some thrilling finishes, making him our Jockey of the Week, sponsored by NovaCare, the power of physical therapy. Now it's time for this week's Trainer of the Week. The PTHA proudly partners with the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Congratulations, Lupe Guerrero. He had several wins and horses finishing in the money, and also teamed up with his brother for a nice win. The PTHA proudly partners with the Tunnel to Towers Foundation to present this week's Trainer of the Week. Now it's time for another Turning for Home family photo. If Whiskey Can Talk, retired back in 2022 with Ed Coletti with only one win. He was adopted and returned to Turning for Home. This is where his story really takes off. He was adopted by Catherine Brown and trainer Sue Lyman, and he is competing at the highest level. He's been Thoroughbred Hunter champion recently at the prestigious Washington International Horse Show, and he's also was the Take Two Thoroughbred Hunter champion. These honors big show horses chase for years, and Whiskey did this just shortly off the racetrack, and he loves what he does. You can see here.
That's what's so cool about these second careers for these horses. They succeed at them. The only downside is I don't get a chance to bet on this horse in these hunter jumper races.
And you can see in his win picture here, he was so dark. Now he's a beautiful dapple gray, but really
Very
cool
nice
to see Whiskey loving what he's doing. Well, let's go to Best of the Rest, and it was Starter Allowance Day up at Aqueduct for Saturday's 5th race. Horses going 1 mile and 3/8, and double your money in KC out there in the clear.
Yeah, we were interested in this horse coming from Parx for Felicidun, and looks like it's got it. And here comes Mo Rhodes, the one to get up, I don't know, half a nose, really close finish.
Mo Rhodes broke last and just he ran 9 million feet further than the whole field.
My man Rick Dutrow, but yeah, Felicia's horse ran great for KC.
Yeah, winning on weekends, a nice 5th for the Abrams family. Well, another cool starter allowance up there in Saturday's 9th race, $65,000 going 6 furlongs. And look out, Baracho straight to the lead.
We love these horses that get loose on the lead, Danny. They can't catch these kind of horses.
Baracho and Michael Sanchez gets it done. Well, let's go to Oaklawn Park. It's the $500,000 Grade 3 Oaklawn Mile. We're checking out Saudi Crown. He's on the lead, and he wants it.
Yes, a PA Derby winner for a couple of years ago. It looks like the whole way he's going to get it done, but Flavien Brad has just been tracking him on Banishing. It's going to run by late for David Jacobson. No disgrace for Saudi Crown. I thought he ran great. It was 9.5 lengths back to the 3rd horse.
No, Saudi Crown did not want to lose. He really ran a valiant second. Well, let's get to this week's PTHA Trophy race and Tuesday's 6th race. Horses going 6.5 furlongs, and look out wide because Roan Burgundy's flying.
We love Roan Burgundy. This is the half-brother to Uncle Heavy. No stranger to the winner's circle here at Parx. This is win number 6 in career race 29 for Roan Burgundy.
And pretty cool, the owners here, Ricardo Rivera Stable. This is their 2nd horse, 2nd win, 2nd PA bred, 2nd gray, 2nd claim and win. And they're very excited. Here's me with them.
Here at the winning connections of our PTHA Trophy race, and to say you got the bug is an understatement. How much fun have you been having watching your horses?
Oh my goodness, it's incredible. I think that Arce has been an amazing job with these horses, and basically this is my 2nd win here, so I'm proud, I feel lucky and everything. But yeah, everything is because my trainer, he has been doing a great job.
And both with gray horses, creative copy now, Roan Burgundy.
Yep, they both great horses. We got lucky. They both PA bred, so that's a good thing. We sure like that 40%. So
Congratulations.
Very exciting. They are really enjoying being new owners in horse racing. We look forward to another win for them. Well, it's time for Eye on Racing. Lots going around on the country. Fill us in.
This is a huge day. Final 3 big preps. The Wood Memorial at Aqueduct today. We'll see if Todd Pletcher can get in the Derby. It wouldn't be a Derby without Todd. I mean, you get 20 years. Todd's always got horse or horses. The Santa Anita Derby today, short field, but this is a powerhouse field. Journalism, Barnes, Citizen Bowl. We'll see how it plays out. Like I said, I didn't like Barnes' workouts recently, but he's in. We'll see how he does. Bluegrass, because of the disastrous weather in Kentucky, has been moved from today to Tuesday. River Thames, Pletcher trying to get in. East Avenue, very disappointing in the comeback. Chancellor McPatrick, can he make it in? And also, it's Dubai World Cup Day today. Forever Young, maybe the best horse in the world. He'll be in that. And the UAE Derby, keep an eye on this horse. Flood Zone. Remember he won the Gotham for Brad Cox? Brad Cox says, you know what, I think we're going to go get some points over at the UAE Derby. And if he wins it, he's automatically in the race.
What an exciting time of year. We're going to root on our local horses, of course, Maximus Meridius and the Carter with Joel Rosario.
Absolutely.
Oh, lots of fun coming your way. And hopefully Volleyball Princess will get to run Sunday in Keeneland. We'll see what happens with the weather.
The weather, really, just pray for all of our friends in Kentucky, because it's going to be frightening down there this weekend.
We'll be thinking dry thoughts for you guys. Well, we're going to go to our final break, but don't go anywhere because Parx Picks is coming back, and we mean business.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parx Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parx is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
It's happening again. Those missed tackles are starting to stack up. Your friends pleading with players who can't hear them, sweating it out week after week. But not you. Why? Because whether they score or not, there's always another way to win on the Parx app. New casino users score up to $1,000 bonus back in their first 24 hours.
All right, welcome back. Well, it's time for Parx Picks. We take a look ahead to Monday's 9th race. Pretty cool optional claiming, never won allowance here, $50,000 a mile and 70 yards. I'm going to go with Haggard's Flame. Any Harry Potter fans out there? Jamie Ness, Ruben Silvera. Look, this horse is interesting. We'll see if he can get it done coming from Aqueduct this last race.
Yeah, you're putting a line through that Aqueduct race, get back to his previous form, certainly good enough to win. One of the things when you look at the conditions of the race, Danny, that can tell you something, this is, as you just said, claiming price, if you want to run for a claiming price, $16,000, or never won 2, never won 1 other than, if you look at Assembly Point, now claiming races aren't considered here. Okay. This horse that's won 12 races. The rest of this field combined hasn't won 12 races. Assembly Point, the Brazilian bred for my man Phil Aristone.
Good handicapping lesson there by
Other
my
than,
friend
yes,
DJ.
Sir Colonel's also won some races. He's 11. He's another one you might consider. He's won 11 races.
Oh, it's a solid pick there.
Check those conditions out.
All right, and Gate to Wire, you had a great episode with Terry Finley talking a lot about him getting in the Kentucky Derby with Sandman and all things horse racing.
Right, and obviously he was involved with Flightline, and he was part owner of Always Dreaming. He won the Derby in 2017, and he's a Bucks County guy. He grew up about 10 miles from here. He was a regular back when this was Keystone, went to Truman High School in Bristol Township. And he said to Bruce and I, he said, you know what, the one race in my top 5 list I'd really like to win, the Pennsylvania Derby. He says, maybe we can bring a Derby winner back here in September.
We'd love to see that big gray horse come here in September. Well, that wraps it up this week, but we are live racing here at Parx. First post 1240. Come check us out. Thanks for watching us, and we'll see you next time on Let's Go Racing.
Off and racing in the Parx Pennsylvania Derby in a flawless beginning, and seize the gray. He's going to seize the day in the Pennsylvania Derby. Here comes Torpedo Anna, a 16th left to go. Torpedo Anna, the Grizzly has the heart of a lion. Torpedo Anna gets the win, a narrow victory in the cotillion.